In this video, I'm going to be exploring the Lua programming language for the first time in a couple of years. Lua was the first programming language I ever learned, and I gained exposure to it from developing Roblox games when I was younger. Lua is designed to be a lightweight scripting language. It has only 22 keywords. In Lua, variables are global by default. That means we can access this variable sum outside of the series function. By making variables local, we opt them into lexical scoping. Functions are prefaced with the keyword function, and end marks where the function body ends. This keyword is also used to mark the end of a loop body in an if statement. Let's change this code around to show how quirky global variables are in Lua. Since global variables are just entries in a table, their value is accessed at runtime. It doesn't matter that x is not defined at the time that series is defined. As long as we define x before we call series, we will get the correct output. Tables are the only data structure in Lua. They can be used as arrays, like in this example, where the first element has the index 1. When we use a table as an array, we can iterate through it using I-pairs, which will yield the index and the value associated with every element within the table. Tables can be used as dictionaries, where the keys go right here and the values go right here. You can access values in a dictionary using the dot operator or using the index operator. You can iterate through a dictionary using pairs, but this will yield keys in no particular order. You can have tables inside of tables, which is how you create more complex data structures. Lua variables hold values, and some of those values are references to mutable objects. Tables are mutable in Lua. That means when we change x, this affects y. If you're familiar with C or C++, this Lua code is effectively equivalent to this. Primitive types in Lua, like numbers, are immutable. That means they are replaced rather than changed. Here is the equivalent C code. Similar to Go, functions in Lua can return multiple values. This yields the length of the table T, which is passed into this function. In Lua, the 3 dots signifies a variable number of arguments. We construct the table out of the arguments to our function, and our min-max function is the same as it was before. Functions can be stored in variables and can even be passed into other functions. We can also create functions, which return functions. This count variable is local to everything from here to here. That means that this function can access it, and when we create our counter and we call it 4 times, we get 1, 2, 3, 4. A metatable is a table which defines how another table should behave under certain circumstances. This is similar to operator overloading in C++. Tables which have this metatable, when you apply the addition operation to them, they will output a table with the key x equal to the sum of the keys x in the 2 tables, and also have the key y, which is set equal to the sum of the y keys in the 2 tables. This attaches our metatable to our 2 tables, and when we add the coordinates 1, 1 and -1, -1, we get 0, 0. Lua has very good coroutine support. We create a coroutine from a function which yields to the caller at various points. Our first call to resume starts our coroutine, and we print 1/3, and then we stop here, and then we resume again, and we continue from here and print 2/3, and then yield again, and then we resume again, continue from here, and print 3/3. Lua will always have sentimental value to me because it's the first programming language I ever learned, but even to this day, I'm a little bit surprised that the language isn't more mainstream. Perhaps I shouldn't think this way because Lua is obviously an embedded programming language, so it's invisible to most users, but feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments below.